How popular is Wonder Woman as a character? I don't even know. Among women, among people in general. There is a movie coming out this year, I think. It's getting good buzz. I haven't been very happy with the DC movies. They don't have the humor that the Marvel movies have. And even the Marvel movies, I'm not a huge superhero movie fan, or even superhero in general fan, but I will read a good story if it's a good author that I like. Anyways, back to Wonder Woman. I just read this book by Jill Thompson called The Wonder Woman, the True Amazon. I know of Jill Thompson, her work on The Sandman, The Invisibles, Scary Godmother, things like that. She's a good artist. Her writing I don't know as well, and well, Scary Godmother I had read. This is like the longest work by her that I have read, I think. And it's an art style that is more, it's painted or digitally painted, I'm not sure which. And that, I've only seen her pencils before this, and it's really pretty good art. It's very detailed and a pleasure to look at. It's very easy to read, not too much text on each page. I think this is aimed primarily maybe at younger women or teenage girls, for example. It's very light amount of text, but it's very readable, and enjoyable. I got through it in a fairly short time. I enjoyed it for the most part. What can I say about this? My exposure to Wonder Woman has been, I've read a few of the Golden Age stories. I've read some of John Byrne's run, whenever that was, the 90s. And I've read Grant Morrison's graphic novel from a year or two back, which I did not care for very much. This is her origin tale. It's been told many times of her being made by this powerful Amazonian on the island from mud, granted this wish by the gods. It doesn't really take place off the island. It's really all the origin of how this character came to be, really her personality. Because she starts out as this really spoiled brat of a kid, and you're wondering how can she possibly become a hero. I thought maybe she would go to the modern world and somehow be changed by that, but no, this is really all taking place on this island and the development that goes on there. I haven't read the origin in quite a while, so this was a bit of a refresher for me. But basically, this competition takes place in which this prideful young woman makes a mistake, and it forces her to reevaluate herself. She almost gets punished in a criminal way. She almost gets killed by these other women. It's that bad, and it really alters her character. So I enjoyed it, and it's got a lot of good reviews, so I thought it would be good. But there's something about the superhero milieu when you're dealing with these characters with 50, 60, 70 plus years of history that you kind of become cemented in by what you're capable of doing. So in that sense, it might be better to start with a new character. I think as a jumping on point, this is as good as anywhere to start with Wonder Woman if you do like the character. I'm not particularly enamored of her or most superhero characters, but yeah, I enjoyed the book, like I said, and I found the storytelling clear and engaging, and it does help to define who she is. Maybe this is a good prepping for the movie or more adult, quote-unquote, Wonder Woman stories as they go on. Although there are some dark elements, but I think I'm noticing that as I read more books aimed, quote-unquote, at younger people, that what they're able to stomach is a little more graphic and intense than what I was subjected to in the past, just as my grandparents and their grandparents. In fiction, we're always exposed to a little less than I think we see in real life, because any child growing up in the city is exposed to all kinds of homeless people, gang members, mentally ill people, and other things that are not going to be shown in fiction, even though they're exposed to it all the time. So I think preparing our young people for this stuff and being honest with them is important. Maybe this is a stepping stone to that. Is it? I don't know.